Hello everybody, it's your boy NoukonNeko, your perfect virtual Finland friend, a purveyor of good vibes. So today we're here on SD Gundam G Generation Eternal to do our first poll video for the Strike Freedom and other good things are in this banner. But yeah, there's a lot to talk about. Man, that's a really long title for a game is the first thing I want to say. Yeah, like I guess this is one of those games that I didn't intend to play until like I heard about it, or more like I didn't hear about it till like when it got released. And it kind of has a lot of things going for it that, you know, makes sense for me to give it a try, because one, I do like my tactical games. That's why I play Final Fantasy War and Divisions, which is closing, I think it's literally closing at the end of this month. And you know, I'm a big fan of mechas, especially Gundam, and especially when it comes to the Gundam series. Like Gundam Seed is like one of my favorite series out of the franchise. So yeah, there's a lot of things going for it, and it was a little bit of a secret that I'm playing. I did mention a little bit in my previous stream that I started giving it a try. But yeah, I was not intending to. I did not think I would be doing a poll video so soon. I was like thinking, oh, I'm just gonna, from the very beginning of the game, save as much polling currency as I can until a Gundam Seed limited banner arrives. And guess what? That's like literally the very first banner in the game. And this banner, if you can tell already, has Strike Freedom, Justice. I think it's part of the Infinite Justice. You know what? That's a good question. Is it the Infinite Justice or is it the... Oh, I think it's just the normal Justice. Yeah, it's probably just a normal Justice instead of the Infinite Justice. It's kind of weird that they do, you know, was the Infinite Justice? I'm pretty sure it was Infinite Justice in Destiny, right? But aside from that, so as the two well-known suits from, you know, Gundam Seed Destiny and Lacus, Clyne and Eternal, the warship, in this banner. And the funny thing, when after playing this game, there's a lot of things for me to learn, but the one thing I found out is actually getting these Gundams or mechs are actually kind of easy to get in the game, free to play by just playing the game and building them up, right? But what makes these banners actually really valuable is actually the pilots and the warships. I don't think you can build warships from what I can tell so far, but like the characters, especially their abilities and what they can do, and especially when you have stuff like chance stuffs where you get to move again, it's what makes these banners available, because it's really hard to have. I think you can only get SR ranked banners or ranked characters in the game normally if you don't use the gacha. And the way the ranking goes is like from like non-rare to rare to super rare to SSR rare, super rare, SSR, whatever that means, and then UR, which is the highest. And Kira right now is like really stacked. His like stats are like he's pretty much the strongest pilot in the game. Like he could like 100% hit a really hard hit character. He could like dodge really well, and he could hit really hard. So he's kind of a hard character to pass, especially when you're a big Gundam Seed fan. So yeah, I feel like it's almost like a must pull for me, right? Athrun is a good defense character, but he's probably not the focal point of this whole banner. And I think the other one that is actually really good is actually going to be Lacus. Actually, this is going to be one of my main targets actually, besides from Kira himself, because she boosts up one-shot killers in the game. So it means that it doesn't have to be the Gundam Seed series for this warship to kind of give a boost to the rest of the characters. It's going to be anybody that has the one-shot tag, which tends to be really, strong units in their respective series. You can already tell what I have already I can pick from. So, yeah, and support warships is actually harder to get compared to just the mechs and let's take a look. Just their mechs and their pilots. It's a 1% chance for the supports, 3% chance to get a UR mech and pilot. So it's very likely I'll probably get Kira and Strike Freedom before I get the Eternal and Lacus. And there is a little pity system in this gacha. This whole gacha system is still kind of learning as I'm going right now, if you can tell. But basically you get 10 points per 10 roll points. So where every single one roll you get 1 point. And right now I have 33k, so I could do 11 10 pulls. So, and this is all I save from the beginning without spending anything at all. It just means it's gonna be really hard for me to actually hit pity right now, which is I can't even hit pity for a Strike Freedom. And then the Lacus already, it's 3,300 points. So I would need like 3 times the amount of what I have right now to be able to pity for her, which I don't have. So this is all very scary. Usually when you see me like roll for any gacha game, I like to have enough to hit pity before I even roll at all, and I don't think these points even roll over. So wherever I don't hit right now is kind of wasted. So this is gonna require quite a bit of luck for me to kind of pull off. I mean, I did pretty good so far at the beginning of the game. I kind of rerolled a little bit, but I kind of started the game with the Archangel and the Freedom unit. Yeah, Freedom is not even listed in this little showcase thing, but yeah, the Archangel, which boosts up all seed characters. So I feel like it goes a really good pair and has been doing pretty well for me. But yeah, things I realized again is the pilots and the warships that are really valuable in these banners. So, and they have what I'm looking for. So let's go ahead and try to roll for it. But just a little, I guess, just go ahead and also spend this as well, which guarantees an SSR. See how this goes. You guys will see how a single pull would go pretty much. Pretty decent pull animation for a gacha game. I guess they did that kind of right. It's red, so that's just a gold. So that's just an SSR. That's from Double O. It's okay. Side story of Double O because I don't really recognize this unit. It's a defensive unit. But anyways, time for the real deal. And I think afterwards I'll probably also use whatever these tickets I have. I'm kind of sad that these tickets, you can't use it on the future banner. I didn't realize this is going to be like Genshin where you have, like the standard banner currency and you have the limited banner. Well, you don't even have limited banner currency so far. You just only have the foreign currency. But anyways, this is just something to note. So I guess there's no point of saving these unless you're hoping for certain characters to add it on the standard banner lineup. But it probably won't be anytime soon. Yeah, so the Freedom has done pretty great for me, but yeah, this is definitely going to be a pretty high upgrade. I heard the Strike Freedom is very similar to actually the Zazabi. The Zazabi here? This guy, the Zazabi, and the Zazabi is actually really high tier right now, but Strike Freedom just kind of won up Zazabi right now. It is a newer, unit, and it is a Gundam, so it kind of makes sense. But, and it's also kind of a beloved character in the Gundam Seed series, so definitely gonna be worth it. All right, let's go ahead and make a poll. Tired of waiting. Like, so excited for this. I need to be really lucky with this since I don't have any like pity safety nets right now. Okay, first 10 pull. See a bunch of red, one go, one SSR. See another go at the end. But I forget. I don't think this game does a thing where it upgrades up. Or maybe it does. We'll see. I forgot if it upgrades up. Like, Genshin doesn't do it, but some other games like World Up does. Okay. Nope. So no upgrade up. Maybe there isn't any upgrade up. So you got the original Gundam. And what's interesting about this game is like a lot of the units you could kind of build are like different units compared to what you can get from the gacha. But yeah, what I really want is more pilots. I need more pilot options. Okay, we got 10 more 10 pulls to go. So I just need one copy of Strike Freedom and one copy of Eternal. That's that Ari Lacus? I actually don't know what it looks like if you got like a support. But it's something special at the end. Okay. Trey? That's what, okay, so it is a support animation at the end, but not one that I was looking for. So, against any new support's good. Oh, this is for Iron Blood Orphans. I was like, I don't recognize this guy. Oh, okay, 9 more 10 pulls. Okay, at least we know. We know now what its support looks like. Very special. They come in like a comment. Nope. Let's go ahead and do a skip. I think it's fair to say that nothing special is going to happen in this roll. And I think the skips in this game does kind of go straight to any URs and probably supports that you have. Oh my god, my pulls are not great right now. Not great right now at all. How much more pull? I mean, that just means I've done it 4 times and I have about 7 more. Almost halfway. And none of my goals has been fulfilled. Oh, come on, please. I mean, at least a UR. I haven't not begun any URs at all. Skip. I am kind of curious on these SRs, but most of these SRs kind of won't be too good unless you have multiple copies of them and maximum break them from the gacha pulls, which you probably will eventually. Because you could kind of build a lot of SRs are in this game already and maximum break them, and they'll be just as strong as a non-limb broken UR for the most part. Okay, we're at the halfway mark and we're not looking good. I'm gonna need like a miracle for these last few 10 pulls. Yeah, we're over halfway now. We only have 5 more 10 pulls. Come on. Just I mean, at this point, I will take anything, even the justice. Huh? Oh. This is probably a sign. This is probably a... That's a crazy pull. I saw two UR characters and possibly a support. I mean, no, 2 supports and 1 character. Could this be the god pull? Okay, I don't know you. There's still so much, even though so many Gundams I watch, there's so much I don't know still, because they're not all animated actually. That's the supports I'm looking for. But my first... It's the Justice. It was funny when I'm talking about the Justice. The least priority character. I mean, at least I got a better Athrun now. And his mech, I guess. Yep, the signature boomerang throw. It's so weird that... Yeah, this is just Seed. This is not even Destiny. It's weird. Just kind of weird. Yeah, I kind of think they should have added the Infinite Justice here, but maybe when the Infinite Justice does come, it'll be like the featured character and will be better than this for sure. Maybe that's the reason why like he's just like a low priority right now. He's probably going to be like an offensive character too when it's yeah, okay. So we got at least one thing. We have four more 10 pulls, so let's see how that goes. Oh man, so much saved up. Well, it's only been like, I guess, almost a month. It's gonna be a drought though after this. I was excited for that crazy god pull, but no, just a bunch of SSRs. Oh, did someone upgrade up to like SSRs? Got a new pilot here. Oh, no, this Gundam. Yep, I definitely don't know her, but she's cute. Okay. Keep going. Only 3 more 10 pulls. Is that no? I was like, wonder if that guarantees the end. I wonder if it like, if it's gonna be UR, it tends to be at the end type of situation. Oh my god, a lot of supports I don't know who they are, but they're probably gonna be useful for future groups of characters I'm gonna play. Because when you play this game, you have to be some parts of the story you kind of forced to use certain characters, and there's like another group that can use anything, which is nice. But for the group they have to use certain characters, these supports would be great. Oh, no, I only have 2 more 10 pulls. Not looking good. I might not even be getting the freedom at all from this point. No super god or Yamato. Wait, how many? I did. Was that 2 that I saw? Let's see how it goes. Maybe it's just SR I saw. What's the point of the animation if they're just gonna be SSRs? Oh no. 1 more 10 pull left. 1 more 10 pull left. Wow. Well, this is it, guys. The last 10 pull. Okay. Hey, you did Amuro? Oh. Okay, I have like a little one chance for a strike freedom. I think it'll probably be a different color for like a support if it's going to be UR support. Yeah, definitely didn't get Lacus right there. Can I elite? It's Destiny. It's definitely the Strike Freedom. Ha! Special animation too. Nice. Whew! Final 10 pull. Final 10 pull. I at least hit one of my goals. Yeah, okay, I guess that they don't appear at the very end just to kind of end it well. Kind of make you like wait all the way to the end, but yeah, okay, well, all my pulls, and I got, well, technically 2 characters, right? I got 1 Strike Freedom and 1 Justice. Yeah, and I missed out on the Lacus, but the Lacus was, like I said, the hardest one to pull for. And I'm gonna have to debate. Oh, you can only get it one time. Well, I guess you only need it one time. I'm gonna have to debate. I want to know how much it actually will cost, like gem-wise, to actually be able to pity it from here. But I'm already gonna say it probably doesn't bode well for me. Yeah, I wonder how much I have to pull. You know what? Here, I'm gonna pause. Pause. Okay, guys. So I'm back, and I am kind of analyzing how much do I have to pay if I was to trying to guarantee this Lacus. And I might even not have to go all the way if I get lucky, right? But I'm looking kind of at the, you know, the big value packs. Obviously, the normal one's going to be giving you less. The value pack can give you the same amount plus a bit of extra things. Like, you know, this your ticket's actually not bad. That would be a guarantee your character. But yeah, I need about 20k of these pulling currency to pity for Lacus, in the worst case where I can't pull for her. So that means I would need to grab, yeah, that pack and this pack to actually get enough. But also, this is also kind of crazy because this lets me limit break any UR characters. So any Gacha character that I pulled so far, I can limit break them again. So it's almost like getting another Strike Freedom, right? Getting it all maxed out. Yeah, but I kind of have the debate, like whether I want to be completely free to play or whether I want to do this. But it's the Strike Freedom, and I feel like, again, like I don't know how long it's gonna take for this banner to come back, and I don't. And then I'm pretty sure, like, again, that pity currency doesn't transfer over. So it just feels like, you know, if I don't do this right now, then it'll be, well, I wouldn't say it's harder to get it, because maybe when it comes back around, I might have more pulling currency. But in the end, if I think the game is great, I don't mind paying a little bit. I usually kind of try to budget how much I would pay in the game. So let's say if with these kind of gacha games, I would probably say I could only spend up to $100, and this would literally kind of be all I ever pay for the game. Kind of as much as you would pay for like a, you know, a console game. And I think that's fair. Anything more, it would be a bit too much. Right? But at the same time, it'll be my fair share of pay for the game. So I probably will go ahead and do this, especially for people who are curious about how this all works, and see how it goes. So I'm gonna pause it, buy it, and be right back. Okay, I am back, and if you can tell, I already bought this pack. I could wait on, or actually the pack is gone that I bought, but I showed it earlier before I actually bought it. And I actually found out that there's this pack right here. This actually might be better because, I mean, it's already hard to get a support UR, and if you can limit break a support UR, that's probably could be more valuable than this one that lets you limit break a UR mech or unit. But I guess this other one, you wanted to be, you know, go for a cheaper thing, which would give you the same amount of gems. Is here. It's like a little like a 30% less than the other one, but it comes with the SSR ticket that I think is just okay. I feel like SSR is not hard to limit break in this game, unless it's one that you really love. So I do think it's better to go with this first and this second, or wherever you prefer between the two. But anyways, I already got the first one, and maybe that's all I'm hoping I would need, because again, I don't really need the pity for her if I got her through the rolls. So let's see how this goes. Yeah, I feel like if a character cost, wait, did I do the calculations right? I actually did not, because technically this is not even a 10 pull. Hey, that's different. Didn't get armor this time. This is gonna be, no, it's not. I was gonna say if it's gonna be like one of those like things where you paid for the first time and you get really lucky, increased rates. Huh? Oh, there is an upgrade up mechanic. Oh. And it's another strike freedom. Great. So that's gonna be limit broken 1. I guess go through the whole animation again. Great. Okay, so there is an upgrade up mechanic. So sometime might be worth not to skip, but then again, I think when you skip, it will not skip the URs. Yeah, I forget that sometimes this game, you know, a 10 pull isn't like a 16, and it's a 3,000, so I might have to pay more than I thought. I was like thinking to myself, it's like less than 100 for a character, that might be okay. What is this? That felt different. Why was that different? Oh! Oh! I'm pretty sure this is the actual god pull. Power of Zara alone is not enough. I have to read that really quickly. I'm pretty sure I misread it, but hey, I got what I'm looking for, which, oh, it's the normal freedom. You know, for the longest time, I spent a long time debating where I like the normal freedom more or the strike freedom. And I feel like they both have their own positives, because I did really like the original freedom design quite a bit. Like, I understand why the strike freedom could technically do a bit more. Oh, okay. So with this, I pretty much hit most of my goals, and yeah, I'm like looking at this. So now I don't actually need to hit this anymore. Oh, I guess you could do it just for the limit break. I'm trying to think. I can only do 3 more 10 pulls, which isn't enough to hit this either. I would have to pay more to be able to do more of this. But I think my results right now are good enough. I at least just want one copy of this. Everything else is just more additional stat gain, but just the one copy is already big enough already. So I'm pretty happy with that. If I wanted a more like limit break, it might be better even just to pay for these limit break materials. But I'm also kind of wondering if there would be ways in the game to kind of earn these UR limit break materials. But I'm assuming it's gonna be one of those things you can only get from pulling out your wallet. So I wouldn't be surprised that's the case. But who knows? I think one copy is good enough, and both Strike and the Freedom having Limit Break 1 is Limit Break 1 is actually probably where the most of the value is going to be anyways, because it's going to be a 20% stat increase when you do the first limit break. The following limit breaks are actually just like a additional 10. You go from like 20 to 30, then 40 being the final limit break amount. So just 10% for the last two. So yeah, I think this is a really good spot to stop. I would go ahead and use this UR ticket, since I did buy that pack for a reason. So let's see what I get here. I wonder if that's the hint right there. Like maybe you go out while it's golden. You guarantee be something good. I am trying to still figure out all about the animation. Is that narrative? That's so funny. I got the zombie. I mean, he's a very good character. Even though I got the better equivalent of him. Okay, well, that's something fun to work with. Oh, the one thing I forgot to mention, the one thing I kind of like was surprised that the Strike Freedom doesn't have, that the Freedom does, is that one full burst. Not this one. I think, is it this one? It does, I don't think it hits all of them. But certain units in this game have moves that can hit, like, have an AoE attack, like the Freedom does. I'm just gonna go show it really quick. So go here, here, here. Usually it says map, but yeah, it has a full burst mode right here. And it hits all enemies within this area, which is usually crazy. I can take out a huge amount of enemies pretty quickly like this, if they're, especially if they're like, you know, the small fries. And I'm surprised that even though the Freedom has it, it doesn't look like the Strike Freedom itself has it. Do it by rarity. Oh, since I'm talking about the limit break, I might as well show you guys the limit break. What it looks like. See? From 0 to 20%. So 20% increase. Really big. You really only need that very first limit break if you're gonna go for a limit break. I don't think. Yeah, it won't show me. Let me show you how it goes from 20 to 30. Also do the same for Strike Freedom. But I guess the other thing to kind of note too about the Strike Freedom and Freedom is the fact that Freedom's support character, which is actually technically more useful in the long run than an attacker. Attacker does a lot of damage, right? That's what they're kind of known for. It's they're kind of like the finisher. But I heard in the end game, you're gonna have to rely on the extra damage from the support characters more than the attacker. You only need, I think you need more supports in the team than you do need attacker. You probably only really want, ideally 1, but maybe 2. Usually I like to do like a 2 support, like a 3 supporter, 1 tank, and then 1 attacker per team. But now I have justice for that defense. But yeah, it's just surprising that the Strike Freedom doesn't have. It's full burst mode. Doesn't hit all enemies. I think it just only hits one enemy within a big range, and that's it. So it's because of that, it's just very similar to Sazabi. I was hoping it would be like a mix of the Sazabi and the Freedom, but it's just a better Sazabi from what I can tell, because I just think it has very similar skills, just Strike Freedom just does more damage. Right? But it is a limited character, so that's probably the reason why it has to do better than Sazabi. But anyways, we're not completely done yet. So we're done with at least the, the future banner pull. What we can also do is all these tickets right here. See what I get. Can I use them all? Oh, I can only use 10 at a time. At least I don't have to do one like ticket at a time. That was kind of long when I was doing that in like Fate Grand Order. Okay, I don't think I saw anything too big, so I'm just gonna pull the skip. Yep, nothing big at all, but it is all tickets. There's no guarantee SSR from what I can tell. So go ahead and do another 10. I guess I'm just hoping for any URs from other series, because again, I am trying to go for their pilots. Their pilots are really valuable, and you can't really limit break pilots. You only just need one copy of them. Okay, I think that was nothing for the most part. Got 2 SSRs, got a new SSR pilot. This is a port pilot, so that's kind of big actually. I don't know why, but even though I just told you guys that like I feel like attackers aren't needed as much in the game, I feel like majority of pilots in this game tend to be attackers. It's a bit hard for me to get enough of support characters, but it could be just my luck. That. Okay, nothing too crazy. Okay, they have another 13, so I can do another 10 and then 1-3 pull. Not completely yet. I kind of wanted to see the animations. Now I can skip. Very unlikely for the bump up, and if it does, I think it will show us. So again. Okay, so it won't like accidentally spend some of the gems that I'm trying to save up. Okay, last 3. Where are you? No URs. Okay, that's all my pulls for now, because at this point I do want to save as much pulls for the future. I wouldn't be surprised if I might pop in for like Gundam Wing or Gundam 00, some other series I kind of enjoy. Maybe even Witcher Mercury, but that's a lot of things to do. But for sure, the one thing I will pull in the future is if the new Freedom Gundam from the Freedom movie that came out pretty recently last year. If a gacha with that unit comes up, for sure I will be pulling for that. That's what I'm kind of be aiming for. Maybe I might be able to be happy with whatever. Well, I actually did play the Wing story and got some Wing units in here. It's surprising that they don't have any UR Wings yet, but they're definitely saving it for later. That's probably gonna be a big one, really. So I might look for that. But like, I guess the Exia that you can get from the standard banner is kind of all I really care for in the 00 series. I guess I do like dynamics too. Ooh, the ever appears. But who knows? Maybe I could just get. I might be just happy with the units they have already in the. They can actually develop once I get to that point. But yeah, this is what you can expect from the game. More gacha pulls. I've been debating what other content I can make from this, because I do think when it comes to like gameplay that it's a bit less fun to watch. Maybe some people might enjoy it, but yeah, I'll debate whether I would do other things besides gacha in this game. So we'll see. Oh, the one thing I do want to do though is there is special story. This Gundam Seed recollection story in the game that has never, like, I don't think you would see it anywhere outside of this game. So you could only go and watch most of the new episodes of Seed from here. And this takes place between Destiny and Gundam Seed, by the way. So maybe I'll do like a little watch along, or I don't know what you call it, a watch along gameplay of this, but I think it's mostly just watching anime episodes of this new Seed exclusive story. But yeah, I need to eventually get over here and see what the Boa has. Also G Gundam, also Witch of Mercury. These I'm less familiar with, but I guess I do know Iron-Blooded Orphans. I guess X is actually what I have no idea about. But yeah, I guess there's some things to do, but I don't know how much I would cover. I will definitely cover all my gacha pulls, and let you guys know what I think about these characters when it comes down to it. But yeah, that's what you can expect from this game. So anyways, if you guys are pulling for more Seed, I was gonna say Destiny, but technically it's both Gundam Seed and Destiny. If you guys are pulling for this banner or any future banners, I wish you guys luck, and I see you guys in the future. Hope you guys enjoyed my pulls and a little bit of spurging, but yeah, I'll see you guys around. NoukonNeko signing out. Bye bye.